Welcome to another episode of Serious Expert Painting Analysis, and today we have a beautiful painting or paintings by Hieronymus Bosch. The one we'll be looking at today is Christ carrying the cross. This is a very interesting painting. It's painted in the late 15th century. It's an unusual format, so it's in portrait format, although I don't know, I think it would be better suited as a landscape. What do you think?
Probably, yeah, because it's quite vertical, isn't it?
Yeah, it's as if you have two levels here instead of, I don't know, just having one. But okay, let's... what does the painting actually depict? So I'm guessing this is Christ here and he's carrying a cross, which is more of a T-shape than the one we're used to today. And there's a lot of folks going around him, a lot of things going on here, so I suggest we maybe just focus on one part and view it individually. So here we have the person in the center. This is the Christ, and he has these interesting sandals. So these sandals have nails protruding outwards and he's stepping on them. This one has been removed or is fallen off his soles, I'm not sure. So we also have these people who don't seem to be helping Christ at all. So this nosy guy is not helping. He seems like as if he's complaining. This other guy, he has a knight's glove on his right hand, not on his left hand, but he also has a mace of some sort. Then you have this guy who, I think he's in the way of Christ, and I'm not sure what he's doing with this lasso thing. Then you have this guy who is probably making sure that Jesus does not halt and stop. But he has this interesting frog, like it's Wednesday, my dudes. And he has, I don't know, an interesting thing on his head, like a turban. And he's not pulling on Jesus, but he's ready to pull. Although, judging by his posture and his feet, it seems like he's on an incline. But it doesn't seem like he's on an incline, so this is interesting. Also, judging by the rope, he's not pulling anything.
Or he's just making sure that the whole thing moves forward, I think.
Yeah, I'm guessing, although I'm not sure whether there's a crowd in front of him or not. So, we also have a lot of people here. It certainly is a crowded place. So this guy, he's not happy. He's yelling, he's complaining. I don't know to whom though. Then you have this guy who is looking behind what's going on, but he's also, I don't know, pushing or either stealing this guy's wallet. I'm not sure. Then you have this guy who, I don't know, seems to me like this is like the Papa Smurf hat, isn't it?
Yeah, I just thought of that. This the exact same thing. It looks like a Smurf's hat.
Then you have this one who, I'm not sure whether it's a lady or a kid, but she's up here looking down. Then you have these guys as well as the ladder here.
Which is ridiculously small.
What can you do with these ladders? Okay, so these guys, I'm not sure what they're doing, but I love the dunce hat. Okay, and then we have this guy here who has a huge shell on his head. He's carrying a stick of sort. Then you have this guy with the, what is it? It's like a helmet, and he's trying to push this guy away.
Maybe the guys with the steel helmets are like part of the repressive forces, like pushing Christ forward, and the other guys with funny clothing and funny hats are just like supporters of Christ who are helping him carry the cross. I don't know.
I agree, although I would say these two guys aren't helping at all. They may think they're helping, but yeah.
They're just holding on.
Yeah, so
like,
we have...
They want everybody to think like they're helping, but they're not really.
And that reminds me of a video of this guy, you know, loading stuff into a van when he isn't doing actually anything, but it looks like he's helping, but he's not. Okay, so anyway, this is the this is the first half of the painting we've been looking at, so let's not forget we have a second half beneath. Okay, and there's a lot more going on here. So apparently this tree here goes all the way down here where there's some action going on. So this guy is clamping to the tree. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Maybe
but
he's trying to climb it. Or...
He's not helping in any way. Also, this dagger seems to be stabbed in the tree, although probably not. But also, this guy isn't carrying this dagger. So I'm guessing the dagger is stuck into the tree.
Oh, I thought it was like hanging from a rope from his waist.
Oh, really?
But
so, you mean
I'm
here?
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it now.
It may be, but although I can imagine it flapping and flying around, and it's not... I'm not so sure whether it's concealed in a pouch or not, whether this is supposed to be a, like a sleeve for it. But okay. Anyway, we've got this woman here who is... She has a slave who looks like a zombie, and he's on a leash. Yeah, this is most definitely her servant on a leash, and he's extremely pale white, and he is begging this, I'm guessing, priest for a forgiveness or something, and this priest, he doesn't care. He is not amused. He has this smirk on. I think this guy isn't even listening to what he's saying.
Probably.
He's maybe thinking about the woman and what he wants to do with the woman later.
I'm thinking about the another small ladder under the slave zombie guy.
Yeah, this is a tiny ladder, really. But you know what's interesting? The more interesting thing is the femur here.
Mm-hmm.
What is the bone doing here? Like, did a dog carry it here? Since you don't see the rest of the skeleton here, you only see one bone.
The reason that the whole thing is in two levels is because wasn't like the path that Christ took with the cross. Didn't it go like along a hilly thingy to the top, called like the Calvary or something like that? I have no idea. I'm just bullshitting it, but and he was not the only guy to get crucified, so maybe this was like a path like laden with bones of other people who've died on crosses on top of it.
Yeah, so
we have another cross like down here.
Okay, so first of all, this is really a tiny cross, if this is supposed to be a cross, since if you compare it with this one here, I don't think it works in the same manner.
Yeah, but maybe not for such an important person.
Perhaps. So what you said about the Calvary going on, that is true, at least according to the myth. So they were supposed to go up to the hill, Golgotha, if I remember correctly, where they were crucified. The three of them, Jesus was just one of the three, and the other two were some crooks or something like that, or thieves. Other scholars say that he wouldn't be anything special, or he wouldn't have a central role in the crucifixion, and of course they were probably carrying the crosses themselves. Although moving on, here what we said, so probably this is like a route that was going up in the levels, and I don't know, maybe it's just one part of the whole route where they have many different levels. And what you said, maybe this is the femur of previous people moving here, perhaps. I'm not sure. What I want to know is where's the rest of the skeleton. Maybe this is a hint of it. Also, this guy is missing a shoe. But I don't know, like, what is this part here? So I'm not sure whether...
Like a weird shield.
Yeah, or maybe a huge boot.
Also, what's with the guy's nose?
I don't know. A lot of people here have really weird noses. So we have a weird nose here, another weird nose here, weird nose here. A lot of people have really sketchy noses here. Like,
yeah, this guy also.
So moving on, what's interesting here is you also have another person being dragged somewhere where they don't want to go, obviously. So this guy is in ropes, as well as this one. So maybe, just maybe, these are the two crooks or thieves that were accompanying Jesus to the crucifixion.
Maybe the cross on the floor that looks like a shitty version of Jesus's cross is, belongs to the guy who's here on the left side of the painting.
Quite possibly. In that case, then we have the three guys who were crucified. Jesus, this one here, and the poor pale fellow here.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Interesting. So, on the left here, we have another couple of people looking somewhere, but they don't seem to be looking at Jesus. They seem to be looking ahead. So, a lot of people are focusing what's in this part of the painting here, which we can't actually see. A bit disappointing, because I want to know what's going on here. Okay, we still didn't identify what this is. I'm not sure whether it's a shield because it's a weird shape. It looks like a flexible device. Also, I'm not sure what's the use of this.
I don't know. It looks like some charms or good luck charms or something like that.
Okay, then we have a guy here who also seems to be in charge. He has a huge head in comparison to this fellow here. He also seems to be wearing like a night hat, or maybe a winter's hat, if you will. Then again, he doesn't seem to be wearing any socks, and it seems like he stole his shoe.
Maybe?
That's weird. And what's with the knight in the armor carrying a hat? So does he take off his suit of armor and then puts on a hat?
But is that a hat, or is it like just part of the sword shield? Or sword sheath?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It seems to me more like a hat, since a sheath doesn't seem to be practical to be carried like in... It's huge. But I don't know. I'm not an expert in this field. We're just painting experts. Okay, so one other interesting thing about this painting is that this painting contains another painting on the back. So Hieronymus Bosch, he painted another painting on the back of this one, and this is the painting on the back.
Not underneath, but on the back.
Yeah, on the back. So apparently this is a painting that's located on the back of this painting here. I'm not sure why. I don't think these paintings are connected in any way. So this is apparently a child carrying a walking frame. So I'm guessing before, children had these... What's the name of these things,
Like
these...
push mobiles.
Yeah, let's say, pushing carts, mobiles, or things they sit in and then they stroll around.
Yeah, before they learn to walk properly.
Yeah, they would use this one here. Okay, it's interesting, this kid is carrying another stick, another thing besides this one, and I'm not sure what this is. He's going around with this stroller in one hand, and then in the other he's carrying a toy. It seems to me like he's very capable of walking straight, like he doesn't need this one at all.
Yeah, he looks like he's pretty confident in his stroll.
Yeah, that's one confident face, I'll say.
Kind of an mature face.
A determined face.
Yeah.
He knows what he wants. Also, that's one cool hairdo.
Yeah, it's weird. Spiky hair.
Yeah, and what's this? It looks like a plant is growing in his head.
Maybe just a bad haircut.
Okay, so about this toy, what is it?
Maybe it looks like something that moves in the wind, or just moves as you push it along.
Yeah, so this looks like windmill sails. I'm not sure. Although, this does look like he also has a string here. See? So, I don't know, is it a stick with a string? I'm not sure.
It doesn't really look like a string to me. It just looks like something that was painted.
In such a way, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems to me like maybe it's a fishing rod.
With the thingies on the top?
Hey, what do you know? Maybe they had some specific baits back then. You never know.
I don't know. Or maybe, maybe it was like a toy to put in the water and then it would turn in the current.
Who knows? In any case, the whole composition of this painting is interesting. So it seems like the kid is somewhere in the dark. It's nighttime, although he is illuminated nicely.
I just think it's a weird thing to put on the back of the Christ carrying the cross painting.
Yeah, so themes-wise, this is really weird. So on one side we have this mythical story Christ is carrying the cross, and some other people are accompanying him on his final journey. And then on the other side, you have this kid, this determined kid, carrying a stroller. Do you think this may be Christ in his early age?
Or maybe one version of his resurrection.
Yeah, but he was resurrected as an...
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking about it, like an alternative version.
Imagine Christ being resurrected as a baby.
Well,
People would be disappointed.
yeah, but
Here comes our Christ and Savior, and then he says, "Go go gaga," and he's unable to walk.
But he's able to walk.
So you give him your hand, you expect him to heal you, and then he starts just sucking on your fingers. Okay, back to the main painting, since we have some awards to give. So aesthetics-wise, do you like this painting? Is it appealing to look at?
I don't really like it. I'm not really a fan of this style of painting.
And the religious themes are, I don't know,
No,
to me they're awkward, I don't like them.
Yeah, me neither. And I don't like the style of the figures on here, nor the style of the robes or the faces. It's not too appealing to me.
But if you focus here, look at the beautiful nature here. It's a nice painting, isn't it? Okay, I'm kidding. So aesthetics-wise, I think we give it a 2.
Yeah, I agree.
In terms of colors, this painting uses definitely all of the colors available, and I think it earns a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Difficulty to paint. I think this one is fairly difficult to paint. I'm judging this by whether I would be able to paint it, and I certainly wouldn't. So
Yeah, too much people over people over people.
definitely, and this one would definitely take quite a long while to paint. I think it earns a 7 out of 10 in the scale for the difficulty.
I agree.
Watchability factor on this one is huge. Maybe this painting is not the prettiest to look at, but you can definitely look at it. You can definitely watch this one a long time and notice some details, or maybe, read the story, what the artist wanted to say. So I think the watchability factor is huge, although it's not the most appealing painting. What do you think, an 8 or a 9?
I'd give it an 8.
An 8 out of 10 on the watchability scale. Living roomness factor, this is definitely not something I want in my living room.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Heavens forbid. I give it a 1.
I'd have to agree with you.
Size-wise, this painting falls into the category 2. It's around half a meter tall and around good 30 centimeters wide, so this is a 2 on our size scale. So price-wise, since we don't have a price and we estimate that it might be really expensive, we will go with an 8 out of 10. Okay, so this has been a really interesting painting to look at, not to mention the one on the back. Is there any interpretations that we may have missed? Fill us in on the details in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Expert Painting Analysis. Enjoy the rest of the day.